Hello everyone, and welcome to my channel. I'm Udalad, and today we're doing a bit of a different video. So, a couple of days ago, 3 days to be exact, they released some spoilers for the 2020 MTG core set, and I thought, let's have a look at them. The spoilers were quite specific. They were about Chandra, 3 different versions of the Chandra Planeswalker that will be present in the MTG Core 2020 set. I got really excited about this. I thought, why not make like a reaction video? So I've had a quick glance at the art. I have not checked out her abilities though. So I thought, why not have a look at all the 3 cards and, you know, just go from there, see what happens. Now, sorry if this looks messy. See my fine little taskbar here. And also we have the 3 different cards. So let's have a look immediately, I think, at the first one, the weakest one. There's supposed to be like kind of a progressive or a progression of her like story. So they made like one that's called the Novice Pyromancer, one that's called Acolyte of Flame, and one that is called Awakened Inferno. Now these are supposed to be like her in different stages in her life, as she grew and evolved as a Pyromancer and a Planeswalker. So, let's just jump into it. Chandra, Novice Pyromancer. Okay, she's a 4 mana, 5 loyalty Planeswalker. +1 elementals you control get +2/+0 until end of turn. -1, add 2 red mana, and -2, Chandra Novice Pyromancer deals 2 damage to any target. I think this one, Novice Pyromancer, might be quite interesting. I immediately get some idea of some sort of elemental deck with her in it. It would be quite aggressive probably, but there are a lot of elementals. I think there are a surprising amount of elementals in the Ravnica like block. So I think that is definitely something that can be used. I kind of like her. Like she has her -1 and -2, like she has no ultimate ability, let's say. So she has no like, oh yes, win the game ability. But she is quite cheap. She has a lot of loyalty considering how cheap she is. And her abilities are good. Like they are not groundbreaking or anything, like game-breaking rather. But they are useful. They're quite good. Like for a 4 mana to play out a Planeswalker that can ping 2 damage 2 times, that's kind of okay. Plus the buffing elementals could be sick in some sort of aggressive elemental deck. And the adding red mana it's kind of meh, I'd say, but it's okay. Probably won't be used. I'm guessing the -2 will be way more popular. But I like the idea. She's kind of a cheap one. It's kind of they're kind of continuing, I feel like, on the idea of the Planeswalkers from World of Spark, which I really liked, where it's like, well, not all Planeswalkers are good, or are like these game-changing characters or cards. Like, some of them are just basically enchantments with a activatable ability that you can activate like 2 times. I kind of like that. I really like that, because it makes it so that Planeswalkers aren't always that weird kind of card that's like, oh my god, he has a Planeswalker in his deck. That's insane! It's more like, oh, well, oh, nice. That's a nice combo you did that with, like, the weak Planeswalker. Like Tybalt. I really like Tybalt. He's a real nice Planeswalker. Anyway, enough about Chandra Novice Pyromancer. Let's go to Acolyte of Flame. Wait, she's cheaper? What the fuck? Okay. So, by the way, if the... I'm sorry if the image is bad. I'm gonna read it out anyway, but sorry if the image is bad. So, Chandra, Acolyte of Flame, for 3 mana, or 2 red and 1 neutral. She has 4 loyalty when played, and she has 2 0 abilities and 1 -2. Interesting. So, 0 ability. Put a loyalty counter on each red Planeswalker you control. The other 0, create 2 1/1 red elemental creature tokens. They gain haste. Sacrifice them at the beginning of your next end step. And her -2 is, you may cast target instant or sorcery card with converted mana cost 3 or less from your graveyard. If that card would be put into your graveyard this turn, exile it instead. I think they might be going for some sort of like all the Chandras are supposed to be working together in a sort of weird sense. I feel like this Chandra could be useful with Novice Pyromancer, with Novice Pyromancer's +1 obviously buffing elementals, and this is like, yes, you create 2 1/1 elementals. I mean, creating 2 3/3 elementals each turn is not bad, considering it's basically free. Her -2 though, probably very good with any sort of red-blue. Just Izzet decks in general will probably like this card. I think this could be very useful with, it's just instant or sorceries though. I was thinking of having this in like a Boros deck, a red-white deck, but you don't have that many instant or sorcery cards. I was kind of thinking it worked for enchantments as well. That would actually be kind of cool. I guess this could work with the, with Feather. It's called Feather, right? The angel that like returns things from the graveyard when you cast it on her. That one, you know. I think this could be quite interesting. I'm not as excited about this one as the Novice Pyromancer. I think Novice Pyromancer has way more combo capability rather than just, oh yes, I create stuff and stuff. So I'm not sure. Obviously, probably going to be useful in some sort of Izzet deck. Other than that, though, we'll see. Now, let's get straight to it with Chandra Awakened Inferno. 6 mana. Here we go. This is a big boy Planeswalker, or big girl. This spell cannot be countered. +2. Also 6 mana, 6 loyalty. So, kind of okay. Cannot be countered. Each opponent gets an emblem with, at the beginning of your upkeep, this emblem deals 1 damage to you? What? Wait. Emblems are permanent, right? That is insane. So, like, her +2 makes it so that they take 1 damage every turn? No way. That is so strong. -3. Chandra Awakened Inferno deals 3 damage to each non-elemental creature. Well, we're seeing the elemental combo coming through here as well on Chandra Awakened Inferno. And her -X. Chandra Awakened Inferno deals X damage to target creature or planeswalker. If a permanent dealt the damage this way would die this turn, exile it instead. I kind of like her. I think the +2 ability is quite crazy. If it works as I imagine it. Because it never says that the emblem is supposed to be like sacrificed or anything like that at the end of the turn. So if that stacks, that is insane. Like 3 turns, so you take 3 damage each turn. Oof. Her -3 is also, it's a good sweeper if you're playing an elemental deck. Well, it's a good sweeper anyway, but like in an elemental deck, it would be very premium. And her -X is kind of like, it's kind of a classic Chandra ability, I feel like, to have some sort of like, oh yes, I blow you up very hard. It feels like a very red Planeswalker and especially Chandra kind of thing, because she's always supposed to be like that infernal Planeswalker that just burns stuff. That's her thing. Doesn't really think about the consequences a lot. She just burns stuff. If there's a problem, she burns stuff. That's how it goes. Anyway, I kind of like her. She is a bit expensive. Like 6 mana is still a lot of mana, considering like most red decks are quite aggressive. But I think this could work. This could be quite interesting. And this, combined with Acolyte of Flames, adding loyalty counters, would actually be kind of sick. You could quite easily burn people so fast with the -X ability. I really do like it. I think when this releases, I'm expecting a lot, like, well, not a lot, but some elementals in this set. So we'll probably be able to make quite the nice elemental deck. Actually, I do think that these are supposed to be played together. I feel like they have, not like you have to play them together, but they have a synergy. They obviously have a synergy with each other. So, like, you kind of, the only thing that's missing is, like, this -3 is like, oh, yes, you also deal 1 more damage for each elemental creature out on the board. That would be kind of sick. That would be insane, though. That would be so strong. But it would be cool. It would be a cool synergy. But I feel like they're a good addition to the 2020 set. I'm excited to see more, but like it's still quite early. These are like very early cards to get actually. And I think, this is what I think, they released these Chandra Planeswalker cards because the MTG series that Netflix are doing, I think it will be about Chandra. Because they've said that it's going to be very character driven, it's going to follow a specific character from what I understand set in the Magic world. So the only thing that makes sense if that it would be Chandra with this like teaser release, that would make sense. I think, in my head. I'm calling it. Netflix series being about Chandra. Called it. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Tell me what you think about these 3 Chandra Planeswalkers, which one you would like to play, and what kind of deck you would build around them. I do love to see your ideas. They're sometimes as crazy as mine, sometimes not. But anyway, also like this video if you liked it, and subscribe to the channel. Tomorrow, I will be streaming some Bloodborne on twitch.tv/Udalad, so don't miss out. Be there, and just cheer me on. I'm getting to the end of the game, so it's getting quite hard. You'll see me die several times and probably get a bit salty. So, I mean, who doesn't love that? I have been Udalad, and I will see you guys next time. Goodbye.